It's real breakfast hours. Eat breakfast if you up. Today's breakfast is...
I had a smoothie with mixed berries.
She made some for me too, so ditto.
Welcome back
to Real Breakfast Hours, number 26. I love this thing. I'm so happy we have this. I used to do them silly, throwing up Naruto gang signs for the numbers, but this is vastly superior to that.
So true. It's been a while.
I think 2-3 weeks. We've
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a test, and you weren't here, and we were just so busy last weekend, mostly trying to clean up the place and spend time together. So it wasn't in the cards, you could say, but we're back.
We are in fact back, and I don't know about you, but I've got some breakfast submissions.
I do have
I have some old ones. Still limit one per person, even though I have, for my dad, for example, he's sent me a couple because we've been slacking. He watched the Gatorade one.
Oh, he did?
Yes. He said, just watched your Gatorade review, LOL. Here's a picture of my breakfast just in case I forget. I said, thanks, Dad. Any opinions on the Gatorade? He said, I don't know. I tend to like the red Gatorade. And that was kind of it. He just likes the red one. Where did we put red? Kind of
I think it was
A or B, yeah. So he probably wasn't too offended by where we put A.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Versus Ben was
seething and coping.
He really did not enjoy that we put the red up so high.
It was funny. Most people who had a problem with where we placed things, they had a problem with where we placed their second favorite one, because everybody just agreed that Glacier Freeze was the best one. So it was, yeah, that one belongs in S. But how dare you not put grape in S? But consensus being Glacier Freeze is real good.
The other thing I saw, we had at least 2 people say that we should have tried the cucumber lime or something like that. Because that one sucks. But they didn't have it at the store that I went to, so I'm so sorry. Perhaps one day if I see it, we'll grab it for the next one just to let you know.
Just so we can be ew.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have my dad's breakfast. Some scrambled eggs, a couple of sausage links. They're probably turkey sausage because he doesn't really eat pork that much. Some rye toast and some coffee.
That's good.
So that's one from him.
I think you should start just having the number and then add marks, and then the next one you can update it. You're gonna run out of space. So many marks.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I think it would be easier.
I like the tally marks.
Yeah, you can have tally marks per show, but then you add them to the total.
You are making a valid criticism.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
I will jot that down. But for now, we're keeping the tallies.
Okay.
So I got one from my dad, and then I believe we got one from Gran or somebody. Do you have one?
Yeah.
Queued up while I look for the other one?
Well, okay, technically, I guess this is all the same week. So my parents went out to eat yesterday, I think, for breakfast. My mom says this is apple crisp skillet crepes with apple filling and soda sausage.
What is a soda sausage?
That's a great question that I don't have the answer to. I don't know if that was a typo. I assume not, but I don't know what that is. And then my dad looks like some kind of scrambled eggs skillet thing, maybe
an omelet or something. I don't know.
No, it's not an omelet because it's in a skillet thing, but I guess it's kind of similar to an omelet, but not quite.
Oh, it looks good.
And I don't know if I think that's bacon. He usually gets bacon over sausage, so it's probably bacon, but it might have sausage in it. I don't know. And then there's toast on the side. Let's see, where did they go? Oh yeah, I've never been there before.
Very nice.
But that's nice. That looks good.
And then I've got one from Gren here. It looks like some Eggos and some sausage patties sandwiched in between. You know what? It looks pretty good too. Thank you everybody for sending us. I don't always have to roast Gren. That's compared to the thing your dad had there. He went out to eat, but I've had a breakfast.
Well, no, I'm saying that's a perfectly normal, good breakfast, and I feel like you're fighting to not roast him. I'm like, what is there to roast?
Nothing.
You want to come for your man so bad.
I'm trying to not roast him.
Right, why do you have to try? Is what I'm saying, I guess. Oh, there they go.
Who?
The red truck that's, like, there in the neighbor's yard all the time. Oh my god. The neighbor moved out months ago at this point. Because it was literally, like, June, or the end of June or something. And they have been working on that apartment or whatever, but they took out the tub. It's just sitting in the, like, yard. Now there's a trash bag in the tub. I am getting very annoyed with it.
Yes, I know. Feel free to say something about it.
I mean, you could feel free to say something about it.
It doesn't bother me.
Your Honor. I think my boyfriend needs to say something about it, not me.
Well, who would you like me to say something about it to?
You can call the office, be like, why is there just a tub here? This is an eyesore. Get it out.
True.
Do something with it.
Well, I guess I could do that. If it would make you happy.
We'll see. I just can't believe that it's literally been since, like, June that this tub has just been out here.
Because that guy's lived there since the 90s, and now he's gone. So now they probably have to do a full renovation of the interior of that building.
Well, I'm sure they're because, you know, there's a lot going on in there that I don't even know. Like, they have one of the windows boarded up. One of them has, like, a hole in it or something.
I saw an electrician here 2 days ago.
But I don't care about all that stuff. I understand. My thing is, why did you take the whole tub out? And if you did, I assume you're throwing it away because you have left it on the outside ground, which I'm sure is not good for it, for months now. And the inside of the tub looks gross. So, like, you should not put that back in. I hope they don't. If they put that back in, I'm going to, like, go up to the people who move in. I'm going to be like, just so you know, they put in a gross tub that was sitting outside for months into your thing. So have fun with that because that's, to me, ridiculous. So they should not be reusing it.
How would you know if they reused it or not? Like, one day the tub's just not going to be there.
Right.
Are you going to know if it went to the garbage or went back inside?
Probably, because half the time I'm here and then I see them there and it's just there. I just simply think they're not going to move it for forever. But that's my point, is like, why don't you just bring it to the dump? So then I'm, like, very sus. That they haven't yet? I mean, I guess I wouldn't know, but I'm just saying.
It definitely should go in the garbage. There's no argument there. I'm just wondering how you would know, like, if it...
I think I just have a feeling.
Oh, okay.
Right now, my feeling is that they are going to put it back in, because why would you leave it out for, like, months otherwise? Why not just have it brought to a dump or whatever? Because I'm pretty sure they had, like, a truck that was taking other stuff out of there.
Probably.
So, but they just left the tub on the ground, and it's just been there. So that's my complaint about that. But, you know, whatever. We've got things to talk about.
We do, don't we?
We do have things to talk about. Also, bring up your sports or whatever.
It's hard, because I had sports things to say for last episode or the week before. But the sports world moves very fast. So when you're like, oh wow, I'm watching Sunday Night Football. Crazy crap is happening. Can't wait to talk about it on this coming Saturday.
Right.
And then you miss Saturday. So now you have another Sunday worth of football. And all the, like, hot news you wanted to talk about is old now. So that is a little bit in the position that I'm in with football news, but I'll still go over at least some of it. First big one, Nick Chubb, who, if memory serves, plays for the Browns, or it might have been... let me look that up real quick. But Nick Chubb, he is a running back.
It's kind of an unfortunate last name.
Yes, and Nicholas Jamal Chubb is an American football running back for the Cleveland Browns. In college, he was very good. He's reasonably new to the league. And in college, he suffered an injury where he got, like, tackled or just, you know, he stopped moving in such a way that his leg literally went like this. Like, just went just backwards. Obviously, horrific injury. People were worried that was, like, career-ending in college. He had surgery. He came back. He was fine. He's been good in the league. Well, a couple weeks ago, game I was watching live. This happened right in front of my peepers. I was in a hotel room for work, and I was watching the game, and he got hit again. Same leg, same injury.
Yikes.
And it was bad enough that the casters that were, because I was watching it on TV, obviously, the casters said, seems like a pretty bad injury. We are not going to show the replay on television. And then you hear, oh, come from the stands because they showed the replay over the Jumbotron in the arena. And the entire crowd went, because boom, seeing that is graphic, like your leg going completely backwards the way that it's not supposed to. Is visibly upsetting. So it was funny just to hear we're not going to show you. And then the people who do get shown it go, ah! because it was bad. So that sucks. Again, for it to happen to your same leg, the same injury, it was already potentially career-ending the first time. People were all like, oh, so he's just done now, right? Well, allegedly, they swear it's just an MCL tear, which is season-ending. But not career-ending, somehow. So
I don't know how it does that, and it's just your MCL.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's what they said. That's what the official story is. It's just an MCL tear.
I'm surprised it's not an O'Donoghue's triad. Shout out to my med school student people.
Real med heads know about that one. So there's that. Then the next order of business was the Broncos getting absolutely destroyed, letting the Dolphins score 70 points on them, which is the most points, I believe, ever in a regular season game in the Super Bowl era. Because, before they had their Super Bowl, they played football, but the rules were different and stuff. So when they make lists like that, they say in the Super Bowl era, since the 50s or the 60s or something. But it was bad. They could have scored more points, but they didn't, and they purposely chose not to because after a certain point it becomes unsportsmanlike to keep kicking them when they're down. They had second and third string players in. They were still scoring points. Their coach, McDaniels, was in the stands with the playbook talking to fans, letting them call plays. It was very disrespectful. Kind of hilarious, though. Anyway, so the Dolphins beat the Broncos up bad. And then my dad's favorite team, the Bears, had the privilege of being 0-3 and having to play the also 0-3 Broncos the following week.
And they were up.
And they were up by 21 points. It was 28-7 going into the half. I was like, wow, the Bears are actually going to win. God, the Broncos are bad. I'll let you guess what happened next. The Bears managed to lose that game somehow.
They did flop that.
They really... I actually said to my friends, are the Bears going to Bears this, yes or no? And they were like, yeah, probably. And then they did. So that's good. I don't know how my father carries on, honestly. I don't know how he does it. But, thank God, at the time of this recording, the Bears played last Thursday, and they actually won. Who the heck did they beat? Who was it that they played? Somebody else.
I'm not the person to ask.
Somebody else equally awful. I was watching the game and I've already forgotten who did the Bears beat. It was the Commanders. Yeah, they're also pretty bad.
More importantly, wait. There was another thing that happened. Oh, there was the Toy Story thing.
Yes, I was going to get to that.
Yeah, that one was fun and silly. That was last weekend, and
it was at 9 a.m. because they played in London.
And they said it was right live when the thing. It was not. It was behind by a few plays, and it was funny because it was kind of awful. There would be times where the animation was just way off, or the ball would just on the screen, the animated ball would just be rolling still, even though it's supposed to be still, right? I'm I don't know what's happening. Or they would kick it or throw it and it would not move, and then all of a sudden it would come flying across the thing. And
it never bounces or anything either. They would kick the ball and it would just stick into the ground wherever it landed.
It was very silly. I don't know, I enjoyed it though. It was
Falcons Jaguars.
You know what I did like about it was that because it was on Disney Plus and it's Toy Story, so it's probably more families tuning in and some young kids, they explained everything. If you're a person who wants to get into football, if you don't have someone to explain it to you, you will not know what's going on ever. The TV does not tell you. If you go to a game, it does not tell you. But the Toy Story thing did tell you. They were here's what a touchdown is, or like, and they have trivia too, and I got some of the trivia things right because I've learned, but I'm like, I wish I had this like 2 or 3 years ago when he started making me watch football with him because, I mean, I like when he explains things to me, but it was just cool that they were like, here's what this is, and here's what this means, and blah, 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 and I was like, that's so cool.
We had the Toy Story game up on the big TV, and then like I had my laptop open on the side with the actual game on, just in case. Like, I don't know. When we first started watching the Toy Story game, it was pretty bad.
It was
like,
pretty buggy.
Characters, their names weren't on their jerseys.
Oh my
it was
God,
like
the
unknown number 8 or something like that.
That
The best part of the game was Slinky the
had
dog.
to throw it back in reverse.
Yeah, Slinky dog was the down marker, which if you don't know, you have to get a first down. It's 10 yards. Usually they have 2 bright orange sticks with a 10-yard chain between them. And they have the one guy stick it in, this is where you need to go, and the other one is this is where you are. And as you get closer, they move that one. The other one doesn't move. Slinky's head was the one that isn't supposed to move, and his butt was coming up. But then they had to bring it, they called him back, so he had to throw it in reverse. And
That was so good.
The CGI Slinky dog had to throw it back.
Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, it was funny.
And then the actual most important news is, of course...
Take it away, MacLeod.
Well, I think we did talk about in the last one that Taylor Swift, or maybe we didn't, I don't know, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are like a thing, but like they're extra a thing now. Like it was kind of like hush hush, maybe it's a thing, and now it's like we're full blown. The Swifties are taking over all the Chiefs games.
Yeah, it's bad. If you're a Chiefs fan,
everyone is obsessed. I think it's cool. I see a lot of funny memes. People are like, you know, free from the British because she was dating British guys for like literally time. So long.
Now she's dating an all-American red-blooded football player.
And did you see there was this married couple that I guess like a few years ago for Halloween, they were Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And so they were like, I guess we predicted this. It was like, you know, when you do that, there's like literally no reason for them to have done that, but they did. It was like 2020.
From the future, obviously.
And so I think one of the teams like literally flew them out to New York City to watch them play or something.
Oh, wow.
So that's cool.
Oh yeah, and her sales, because Taylor Swift was at I think it was the same week that Nick Chubb got hurt, so we probably haven't talked about it. When she was at a Chiefs game, sitting in the box with Travis Kelce's mom, watching the game, which the Chiefs did win. They're very good. They're probably going to win most of their games, which is nice. If you're a Taylor Swift fan who magically now wants to get into football, lucky you. The Chiefs are good. You should be happy she's not dating Justin Fields from the Bears. His jersey sales went up like 300% overnight because now all these Swift fans are buying Kelce jerseys.
Yeah, and I don't know if they've been like buying those ones specifically and then just like bedazzling them, or if they are like making ones with like their crickets or something. But I did see like a picture of a girl with like a sparkly like Travis Kelce shirt or jersey on or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It had his like number on the back and stuff, but it looked like it was sparkly, so I'm pretty sure like either she made that or she did buy one of them and then she bedazzled it. So
there's just going to be an influx of 20-something-year-old women at Chiefs games now, I guess.
I think it's
great,
cool.
Great for them. Great for their bottom line.
So that's cool. I know. This doesn't sound bad.
Why? Are you sure? This is a good idea.
Well, okay, I was thinking about this. But in my head, true crime people on YouTube exist. And I watch police cam footage and I watch 911 calls where they're like, I just killed my, like wife or whatever. So I'm pretty sure if those exist, I can say this in a news fashion,
I mean, you definitely can, but it's a matter of will your viewers like it.
I think they will, because this is crazy to me, okay? So, there is a guy. His name is John Bromano. If you look that up, it's not good because he was involved in a school shooting back in 2004. Columbia High School in New York. So he had a shotgun he technically did not kill anyone, but he injured 1 or 2 people. I think he injured a teacher and maybe a student. But, still, obviously not good. Just because you didn't kill someone doesn't mean you didn't necessarily have the intent to. Although he is... So he's on TikTok now because he's out of jail. Because he got sentenced to like 20 years in prison, I think. But he got out in 15.
Good behavior, I assume.
Which is like... so not cool. He's on TikTok now, and he's saying he wants to be part of the solution, but no, that's totally narcissistic behavior. Your victims who were there that day are probably traumatized still, because that's a very traumatic situation, and now they get to see you getting popular on TikTok. You don't think that's, like, gonna mess with their heads? It's totally narcissistic, and he's actively, in his videos, trying to change the narrative of what he did. He's like, oh no, I didn't want it. I wasn't there to kill anyone else. I was there to kill myself. If you were really there to kill yourself, you would just have done it in your own home. You would not put other people's lives in danger, and people did get hurt, so... I don't know why you're saying you just shot at the ceiling or whatever. You didn't. Obviously, you did shoot at someone because otherwise they would not be injured in that way.
You've obviously never heard of suicide by cop if you think everybody who kills themselves does it at home.
Well, no, but like if you were not a crazy narcissist, you would just do it at home. Because the only way you're doing it and a cop, and especially like if you could just go up to a cop or something. You do not have to put other people's lives in danger like that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just being a bad person. And that's, like, end of. So I don't think he should have gotten out early. At the very least, like, okay, whatever, he got sentenced to 20 years, but, like, give him the full sentence. I don't think that someone like that should get out early.
Oh, right. So that's different than what I asked. I said he did his time and now he's out. Like, I don't believe in, a prison state of you commit a crime, now you go to jail for the rest of your life. No matter what the crime is, you can never get out, you can never reintegrate back into society. That's bad. So I understand that he did a heinous thing, very bad, and definitely should not be, stroking his own ego or whatever by being on TikTok and talking about it. Like, that's gross. But yeah, I mean, if you commit a crime and then you do your time, I think it's actually kind of messed up how much some of those people are still punished after that. Like, if you, rob a bank or something, you go to jail for 25 years, you get out of prison, what job is there that you can get? Like, you can't even bag groceries, you have no choice but to commit more crimes to sustain yourself, basically. So, it's messed up, but I have no problem with him serving his time and then getting out.
But yeah, I saw a video that someone was making about it, because he is saying all this stuff that he was just there for that. But she was saying that in the original trial...
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay. Too big of a sip.
In the original trial, what he's saying now is not what he said then, and that's not what the...
Contradicting himself, like his...
Yeah, like in his whatever... statement that he had to make, like
probably in court or something.
Yeah, like, which I understand sometimes they are kind of forced into saying things, but I don't think this is that case, because I mean, it's not like he didn't do it, like he did bring it, so I think he's just making it up now to make himself look good. Because, like, that's the other thing, is like, why are you on TikTok right now and you're doing all this stuff? And that thing that you saw was he's claiming, well, I guess he did get attacked, but I guess he was in a homeless shelter or something, and some guy in the homeless shelter attacked him, but the guy that attacked him with swords, he said, I don't know, was black, so he's saying it was racially motivated. I'm like, no, I think it's probably because maybe he knows that you were a school shooter. Like, why would you even bother to say that that's racially motivated? Like... So, I don't know. He's weird. People are very upset, and people are calling for him to leave or to get removed from TikTok. And I'm like, yeah, probably it should. Because half the time when these things happen, people already, like, idolize. I mean, there's literally people who idolize school shooters. Or they like, girls who are like, oh my god, like, I can change him.
I've seen, like, true crime girls who have the, like, Columbine dude tattooed in their bodies.
Yeah. So it's like... Whoa. We do not need to be giving him a platform. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, already, it's always too much focus on the person who did the crime and not the victims of the crime. So, this is just, like, another step of that, and I just feel like it's not cool.
There is some argument to be made about, like, once you get out of jail, do you get all your rights back? Some of them no, right? Like this guy's never allowed to own a gun. I assume, right? He committed what I can only imagine is some federal crime or whatever. I don't know what they charged him with. I don't know what he got locked up for specifically, but he committed a violent crime involving a gun. I don't think he's allowed to own a gun now, probably. So then you have to think about, well, is he allowed to have free speech? Because that was the whole thing they did at Capitol Hill recently about, should we ban TikTok? Like, it's basically Chinese spyware, but people use it for free speech. So would it be an infringement on the First Amendment to ban TikTok? People argued yes. Is it an infringement on this guy's free speech to kick him off of TikTok because of something that he committed 20 years ago and already paid his dues for?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think the morally right thing for him to do would not be on there.
Right. It is, in a perfect world, he would make the moral choice to abstain on his own, but for like the government or somebody to make him not would be an infringement on his rights.
The thing he's doing is he's saying, like, well, I'm teaching others, like, the signs to look for, which, by the way, like, we kind of already know the signs because this has been a thing. But also, if you're, like, really wanting to make that difference, like, just work with, like, police officers and, like, schools and stuff. You don't have to post about it on TikTok. I don't know. It's like...
Well, it might be a good way for him to get his foot in the door to do that, because you're right. There are people who have committed these types of crimes, like people who have committed sex crimes or other violent crimes. They do sometimes work with police in the future to help prevent further crimes. Like if you're a To Catch a Predator type or whatever, you might do your time and then flip sides and help the cops catch other predators. Technically speaking, he could maybe do something like that, and this is his way of getting his foot in the door. I think it's kind of gross to be a recovered school shooter and now you make posts about it. That's weird to me. But, best case scenario, maybe that's what he wants to do, and this is his way of helping.
I don't know. I hope he's changed. I mean, I don't think he's gonna do it again.
You never know, though.
But you never know, but, like, it just seems a little poor taste for him to be on.
Absolutely poor taste.
So, I'm not necessarily saying that TikTok should take him down, but I'm kind of agree with some of the people that are saying that he should just get off.
Definitely. He should make the choice to stop because he should realize that what he's doing is weird. But I don't think, like, TikTok has the right to kick him off, you know?
Yeah. The other thing I saw, we were at the gym the other day and I saw this.
This was
on
wacky,
the news,
actually, yeah.
Was that Biden is...
Did you look this up?
Finishing the wall.
Also, something funny that we saw. Apparently, Biden's dog just, like, bites people.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what was on the news. That's right. Or was it both? I don't know. Anyways, I did see this. He is building more of the wall. The border wall. Which he said he wouldn't. But now he is.
Which is...
And more than that, because someone was saying, oh, well, he has to. Like, it's... Or whatever. Like, no. This man waived federal, like, laws or regulations to continue building it. So it's a little bit more.
Yeah, he spent
than
the
that.
first half of his presidency fighting against continuing the wall. And if you're somebody who lives in Texas or something, like the whole... Biden has been very relaxed on border control for the first half of his presidency, from what I can understand. He's even, like, the Texas state governor is using state funds to basically protect the Texas border because Biden, like, hasn't been helping him with it. That's what they claim, at least. Mm-hmm. Like with you've seen pictures of the barbed wire and stuff like that. Allegedly, a couple months ago, the Texas people put up barbed wire in the river so that people couldn't illegally cross the river. And then federal agents came and got rid of the barbed wire because it was hurting people. So then Texas put up new barbed wire because it's a federal border and you can't swim across the river. So who cares if there's barbed wire there, right? At least that's the argument. So for him to now be building the wall seems odd. Like, I'm not necessarily against him choosing to do so, but it seems like a 180, you know?
Right. And I don't know, like, they're saying, look at this. It says the Homeland Security Secretary says Mr. Biden is building up to 20 miles of border wall because he has to. Because I guess Congress already, like, appointed the funds for it. But it's like, but do you have to, though? And also, Like, if it's like oh, well, I have to. You don't have to, like, do it that quickly. I just, like, he's literally waived federal regulations, which is what's crazy to me. And some of them are, like, environmental protection things and, like, clean water protection things that got waived for this. So I'm like, did you have to do that? I don't think so. I think you could say, oh, we're working on it or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? I just, in my mind, there's, like, no... You're the president. Like, how are you being forced into that? So it's just weird.
Yeah,
and sus.
Part of it probably feels like maybe his hand is being forced because people have been talking about, like, the crisis at the border for a while now, right? So maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe they finally briefed him and were like, all right, that crisis at the border stuff is real. Maybe we have to do something about it. And this is what he's choosing to do about it. I don't know. It does seem weird. Like, in 2020, when it was like him versus Trump, I don't think anybody had Biden will finish the wall anyway on their bingo card.
That's so... Okay, so this is just something to look forward to. On New Year's, we have to make a real breakfast hours where we do, like, 2024
predictions for
bingo.
the year?
No, the bingo cards.
Oh.
So my friend, well, my sorority sister, Ray. Shout out, Ray, if you watch this. I don't know if you watch anymore. We love Ray.
Send us your breakfast, Ray.
Say it. She sent the picture of her eating the wings when we had the wing one. That was so fun.
I'll have to do wings again.
One day we'll do wings again with the actual hot one sauces, I think.
That would be fun.
It's just like it costs like $120 or something to get the box.
Starting a GoFundMe for the hot ones.
But she and her roommates did that, or at least one of her roommates, and when I went to their house for the PowerPoint night, like, I was like, oh my god, that's so fun, so we have to do that, basically is what I'm saying. Another thing, one of our friends on the last video commented to review scented candles.
It was Noelle.
It was Noelle. And Noelle, if you're watching this right now, I just need to know, like, what is your vision for this? Because there are a lot of different types of scented candles. So is this, like, specifically one brand of scented candle to review? Or is this, like, a scented candle from every brand I can find, perhaps even in the same scent, and comparing those against each other?
In my mind, I assume she wants us to just, like, go to a Yankee Candle, grab 10 candles, and sniff them.
Mm-hmm. So, like, one brand and just a bunch of different ones. But also, well, one, he hates candles, and two,
they give me a headache.
They're so expensive. So
the candles give me a headache sometimes. Pretty much all the time.
He said he's willing to do the video, because, like, it's not that bad for this kind of thing, but I'm just saying it's also really expensive, so, like, that's on the back burner, but we do hear your request, and
it's a good request,
and it's good, and we will do it eventually, but also probably maybe it's going to be a few months down the line, one, because of cost, and two, because I feel like right now we don't have space for candles, but maybe when we get our new apartment, there will be a better place to put candles, because, I mean, we're just going to have a bunch of candles after that, you know?
Yeah, if we buy 10 in the Yankee Candle, I mean, I guess you could get the little ones,
maybe,
but, like, if you get one of them
the big
full-size
ones,
bad boys, they're huge, like the size of this coffee cup. Bigger.
So, we do hear you, and we support you,
But yeah, that's a really good suggestion. Thank you for that. It does seem like something that would make a good video, a la the Gatorade one.
Yeah.
If anybody else has ideas like that,
put it in the comments below. We're still gonna probably do the frozen breakfast foods one time, but just gotta find the right moment for it.
What else? We're gonna carve pumpkins this weekend.
We're gonna carve pumpkins.
Do you have any idea, like, what you want to carve?
See,
for your
in
pumpkin?
my head, I want to do a Baldur's Gate thing, but I'm like, what the heck would I do? That would be probably too hard for me to actually do.
We have been neck deep in Baldur's Gate for weeks. That game goes positively brazy.
But I just feel like I need I like to do things, like, I like to have a theme for the year of things that I've been obsessed with. This year, I mean, there was stuff before Baldur's Gate, so I guess I could think of something for that, but I'm just like, right now, I'm just so Baldur's Gate focused that it seems like a good choice, but then again, like I said, what would I do? And that would probably be really hard, so I guess I will have to probably pick something else.
I don't know. I could maybe do like a shining sword or something like that. Like me when I'm like this, about to smite somebody, you know? I don't know.
Do we want to do an I'm I the Asshole?
Yeah, let's jump into that. I feel like I talked about football for like 10 minutes. Let's do an Am I the Asshole?
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
This seems spicy. I love a good wedding one, because those are always the most drama-filled ones, because weddings, like, everyone gets crazy. Like, you might have a bridezilla, or the groom's just not, his heart's not in it, or the pick-me best friend girlfriend of the groom is like trying to ruin things, or the mother-in-law is like really crazy. Like, it's always something with a wedding, you know? Or someone's got stinky crying kids and is like, why can't I bring my kids who scream all the time?
Do you think it's mostly like the female members of a wedding cast that cause drama, or do you think like, I feel like for a man it's like mostly, oh, he was late or he was drunk or something, but for the like, we wore the same dress type of stuff,
yeah. A lot of it is the women who come, which is why you got to be really careful with what women you invite or let into these things, which is why, super soaker full of wine, red wine.
The maid of honor comes with a super soaker of red wine.
Yeah, you got a usher from the guy's party, the groom's party, who's waiting outside looking, and he maybe has like a walkie-talkie to the maid of honor, and he's just like, you can either leave, change, or we will
soak your outfit.
We will do this, and
do not wear white, Twilight.
Yeah. So anyways, but this one is, am I the asshole for no longer wanting to be in my sister's wedding after her request?
Oof.
And these are two women, so.
Obviously sisters.
My 27 female little sister, 24... so she's 24. Or she's 27. Her little sister's 24. Is getting married next summer and is in the midst of wedding planning. As we're very, very different and live on opposite coasts, I am not really involved in planning, but occasionally she will share something with me for a reaction/opinion. Yesterday, she booked her photographer and we were going over other people's online wedding photos together when she made an odd request. She insisted we take photos in which my husband specifically does not appear, just in case. Not girls only, blood only, bridesmaid only, without him in case we split. I checked. I was honestly shocked and had to stop myself from suggesting we take photos without the groom then, since divorce seems like such a likelihood these days, but it's completely put me off of being there at all. We have a child together, we're married, never said an unkind word to each other. I see no reason to imply we would ever separate. Is this a sane ask? I've never been more than a simple wedding guest before, so perhaps I am just being an asshole? TLDR, little sister asked me take photos for a wedding album where my husband specifically doesn't appear. I don't want to go to the wedding. Edit update. Thank you all for responding. I've decided to attend and we'll see what her intentions are on the spot and if she's specifically singling out my partner. That way, if she is, I can call her out in front of everyone. If she's not, just have a wonderful time.
Well, assuming everything in this is true, no, you're not the asshole. That is a wacky thing to ask somebody. However, maybe you're overreacting. Maybe she really didn't mean anything by, like, let's take a girl photo. Well, can my husband be in it? Like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it does definitely sound like the just in case does imply that she's saying that, like, they might get divorced. But, yeah, I don't know why, like, hopefully it's not just singling out her husband. If it is, then, yeah, that's, like, really crazy. If it's not, then I'd be like, well, yeah, you can have photos without any of the, like, husbands in it.
Right. Like, let's take a photo without your dad in it. What? Like... Yeah, because we're doing one with just, like, the wedding party. Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense, right? Like, my dad, or maybe your dad is not a groomsman or something, right? He's just sitting in the stands. Like, you don't have to have every single person in the wedding in every photo. However, to specify, I don't want your husband in some of these pictures. That would be a really weird thing to tell somebody.
Yeah. But I saw, like, conspiracy theory, like, what does the sister know that the... one posting doesn't know?
Maybe
she knows
nothing.
something.
Probably she's just being weird.
No, she probably is just being weird. I just thought it would be funny to say, like, conspiracy theories.
I also think it's really bad juju to imply divorce when you're getting married.
Yeah, probably.
Don't do that, But yeah, definitely not the asshole. And hopefully it's just a little miscommunication and your sister's not being an asshole either.
Yeah. So, I guess, I don't know, that wasn't as crazy as I thought it would be.
I thought it would be longer.
I thought it would be longer, too. Yeah, I guess not the asshole. Although I do think it's, like, weird to say in the edit or the update that, like, you're gonna call her out in front of everyone on the spot. Like, I understand, like, that's not cool for her to single out your husband, but also it's still her wedding, so, like...
Well, just don't take the picture, then.
Just be like, okay, well, I just won't be in the... You know what I mean? But you don't have to, like, call her out in front of everyone at her wedding. Like, that I think, would kind of make you an asshole if you did that.
Yeah, if it was like, let's take a picture of me, my husband, and you. What about my husband? Oh, well, I don't want him in this picture. Why not? I just don't. That's weird, you know? Like, I don't know. I guess, to me, I'd be like, why do you not like my husband?
There's the verdict for that one.
Let's do another.
Okay.
Let's do one more.
One more. He's feeling it.
That one was short. I think we got time for one more. Let me pick. Let's see. It's also short, but it seems silly. Am I the asshole for saying at least it was warm food poisoning after my roommate got sick because he thinks microwaves kill all the bad stuff? Pretty much what it says in the title. My roommate thinks I'm an asshole for making fun of him after he got sick from eating spaghetti he had left out for almost a whole day. Gross. I told him not to eat it, but he said that the microwave will kill all the bad stuff and you can eat it as long as it hasn't gone bad. I didn't even know where to go with that one. As expected, he got sick and has been shooting out of both ends since last night. I really needed to use the bathroom this morning, so I told him to get out of there so I could get ready for work. He said he didn't understand why he got sick again because it usually works. I just laughed and said, well, at least your spaghetti was warm food poisoning. He said I was being an asshole for mocking him. I was mocking him, yes, but I think I only spoke facts. This seems like a silly one to like post on here.
Yeah.
I don't think you're the asshole. I think that's a funny joke. And I think your roommate is an idiot.
Yeah. Please don't leave food out like that, or food that needs to be refrigerated. Please do not leave it out and then eat it. If it's been out for more than like I think 2 hours or something, like you should just throw it away.
Yeah, and yeah.
Because the bacteria and things do be growing.
Yeah, like cooking food does kill bacteria, but microwaving and cooking are two different things, and especially if the food's already cooked, it's not going to do it, and it's not like you can just go cook rotten meat or something to make it clean now. Like, there are limits.
Yeah, so, not the asshole. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
It's not safe. You will get sick and have stuff coming out both ends.
I think that was pretty funny.
So, that's the episode. Thanks for watching. A little rough around the edges, a little out of practice, I guess, but
yeah, no, I thought that was fun regardless. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see us do next. If you want us to review anything,
send us your breakfast. Very important. I'm still in the lead. I'm winning by 1 point. Let's keep it that way, gamers.
Subscribe. We've got 93 subscribers.
Woo,
I think
we're almost at 100.
More. So, like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Tell your friends. And thanks for watching.
Bye. What's that face?
Check the group channels. It was. What are you doing?
You got some smoothie on your nose.
Is it gone?
Yep.
My genuine reaction to having to change the battery.
Yeah.